Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we are going to cover the week of November 9th through November 15th. Lots happening this week. We have this moon changing signs 4 times. We've got the 1111 gateway. That's a pretty big deal. And we have a new moon to wrap up the week with. So lots going on. Let's go ahead and get into it. I have a lot of cards and I don't want to take all of your time here. So your overall energy for the week, we have the Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. So the Shadow Queen, when she is in her power, she is just out gathering information. But the Shadow Queen, when she is in lower vibrational energy, will use the information she gathers because of fear, of insecurity, to manipulate a situation to her best advantage. And so the Shadow Queen asks you to look to see what is your motivation as you gather the information that you're looking for. Things that were probably revealed with that last full moon. And how are you applying them in your life? Are you using, okay, I just heard, are you using your superpowers for good and not evil? That's funny, they're quoting me. Okay, it was something I used to tell my kids all the time. Use your superpowers for good and not evil. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. The moon is going to be in Virgo. It gets there Monday morning at 8:50 or something like that. I can't read my own writing. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. Lots happening that day. So we've got that moon in that. It's actually pretty comfortable when it's in an earth sign. And so, but there's this sense, this need to ground and to bring your ideas down out of the dreams, out of the ethers, and try to plant your seeds. And in this case, it's actually like pushing through the resistance that you're feeling in your headspace and surrendering into the divine, the timing, the energy, the resistance of what it is that's blocking you from achieving what it is that you are going for. So we also have Venus over there in Libra is going to be opposing Mars in Aries. This is significant because Venus rules Libra and Mars rules Aries. And so this is the energy of the divine, masculine and feminine, both feeling at home, both feeling empowered in where they are and squaring off and looking at each other across the way going, which way are you going to go? Are we going to put this into balance? How's this going to work out? So there's kind of like a power struggle around this because the moon is going to be in a very irritating aspect with Chiron in Taurus. And so Chiron's your wounded healer. And so this could be something where you are looking at each other with the stink eye. And there could be some tense energy. So just something to be aware of. It will pass if you allow it to. But it might be an opportunity to feel what you're supposed to feel so you know what it is that you need to address and talk about. But I don't know how this is going to work this week because this week looks pretty intense. So Virgo is definitely going to be asking you, especially when you've got the sun in, oh, look at this. This is nice. Okay, so the sun is in Scorpio. And it's in this nice aspect with Neptune in Pisces. And so your dreams, you're like deep into your dreams. And Virgo, the moon in Virgo says, can you make a plan? And you have successful funding. So that's excellent. I feel like if you're trying to, whatever it is you're trying to do, don't worry about. When we have a poverty consciousness, when we think that we don't have enough money, then we don't. We create that for ourselves. And so staying in the mindset of what I need will come to me. I always have more than enough, and there's always more on the way is a really great way to work through that kind of energy. So if you surrender the resistance to I can't control this, I can't control everything, then I think you'll find that opens doorways for you and allows the flow of abundance into your life. So staying in an attitude of gratitude and out of the mindset of poverty consciousness will be very helpful. On Tuesday, the moon is going to it's going to oppose Neptune and Pisces. And so again, it is important because the moon is going to be, the moon is also going to be in these really great aspects with all those planets in Capricorn, the ones everybody's been mad at all year, but it is okay. It is okay. Lots of support to make your dreams work. So stay focused on what it is you're trying to accomplish, and believe in the divine timing of the flow of abundance coming to you, and you will open the floodgates is what I just heard. What I just actually saw was like a dam bursting and the water just tumbling over, but it was like the flow of abundance coming to you. So we also have on Tuesday, Mercury moving back into Scorpio. And so now this communication aspect is going to be getting more emotional, more intense. Keep that in mind as we move forward. On Wednesday, it is the 11:11 gateway. The moon will be in Libra. It gets there at 11:09 a.m. Another 11 there going on. And so the Justice card, which represents Libra in the tarot, is also the 11. And so there's a lot of energy around this doorway, this gateway. And I really feel like it's the gateway that kind of like opens up to what goes in 2021 is what it really feels like. But making this new moon in Scorpio that comes up on the weekend much, much more important, has a lot of energetic pull to it. So I got you a card out of this really cute little doorways thing, but what you got was passages, which I find redundant. Okay, it says spiritual signs of inclination. You are walking through passages of your transformation. You are walking through passages of your transformation. Look, it looks kind of dark. She's being lit. The way forward is being lit up by a torch. Stay in your higher vibrational energy. Just acquire the knowledge. Keep moving forward. You have a ways to go. So I would say the moon at this phase is all about releasing, and there's pushing through this resistance. And I almost feel like you're being asked to trust in the process, trust in divine timing. I really can't encourage you enough to spend a little time in meditation this week to really get clear in your head about what it is that you want to go. So it makes it easier when you get to these different doorways to be able to pick the right one, right? Okay, so on Thursday, the moon is going to be squaring off with Jupiter, which is conjuncting Pluto. This is very significant, Jupiter conjuncting Pluto, because they're both moving forward. And so now Jupiter is going to pass Pluto, and this is where the transformation, what is small gets magnified. So the small dreams can be magnified. Lots of, okay, so the transformation, which may seem like it's moving slowly, it's barely happening in your life, the efforts that you put in will also be magnified. There's another theory that goes with this, but I really don't want to talk about that, so we're going to move past that. Okay. The virus is small. Viruses are ruled by Pluto. They keep telling me, okay, so this is just a caution. Be extra careful. Do what you need to do, okay, what you're comfortable with, because there's a possibility that that's going to explode even more than we've already seen. All right. So then on, anything else? Okay. So the moon is going to square off with these. This is an opportunity to, as this moves forward, to try to look at and see in your life what is the positive changes that you can make and where it is that you want to go. All right, the moon moves into Scorpio. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a second. What did I just say? The positive changes you want to make. Hang on to that thought. Okay, so the moon moves into Scorpio at 11:19 a.m. on Friday the 13th. Mars is also going to move direct on Friday the 13th. And the moon is going to conjunct with Mercury in Scorpio, while it's also in this uncomfortable angle with Chiron and opposing Uranus. Okay, so gosh, it feels like this energy right here. This energy right here is the energy of really a drought and a bolt of lightning. Uranus can start a firestorm. So just, you have positivity. Stay in the positive, in the high vibe as much as you can. What you talk about, what you focus on, that's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to bring in. And so there is potential for change. If you would like that change to be positive, keep your mindset in the positive. That is what they're telling me right now. Okay, so we do have a new moon that happens in Scorpio at 23 degrees. If you have 23 degrees of anything in your chart, it is a good idea to check and see where that might be triggering something. Also, where is Scorpio in your chart? If you don't know your chart, I will put the chart calculator. This time I will put it in the description box, not in the comments, but I hope. If not, look for it in the comment section. Okay, so here we go. What does this new moon mean for Gemini going forward? Conclusions are within reach. The full moon eclipse. The full moon eclipse happens in Gemini in 2 weeks from the 14th, so the 30th of November. So conclusions are within reach. So something that you've been working toward, something you've been wrapping up, something that is going on, conclusions are within reach, and your dreams need a practical plan. We already discussed that earlier. There is a lot of energy around that. There is so much change happening, but you need to make a plan and planting your seeds of intention. That means I am intending to create, to manifest, to bring forward into my life these things, and then really kind of drill down into them and figure out what those are that you really want to go for, and really set your intention, set your mindset on it. Stay positive, but you have to have a plan. Yes, divine timing is at play. Yes, the flow of abundance is going to come to you, but because what happens with this new moon? This new moon happens at like 12:07 a.m. on Sunday morning Eastern Standard Time. At 6:13 a.m., so 6 hours later, that moon is going to come into sextile, which is a really supportive energy with Saturn. And Saturn says, what are you being disciplined? Are you doing the hard work? So it needs a practical plan. It needs a practical plan, disciplined, consistent effort. You can't just plant the seeds. You're going to have to tend the garden. You're going to have to keep the weeds out. You're going to have to water properly. You're going to have to fertilize. You're going to have to, maybe thin it out a little, whatever it is. And honest to goodness, I think that one of the best ways for you to stay focused on this might be to actually plant some seeds and, pay attention to what they need and not worry about so much how abundant. Maybe you're not really good at growing flowers, right? But instead, it's that intention of it. Like, I'm tending this, but I'm also tending that. And so writing down what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, and staying to the program will really get you to where you're going. And where you're going is going to take, I think, a little while. I don't think you're going to get there super fast. There was just some energy around that here, like it's coming, but you're not quite there. Conclusions are in reach, but you have surrendered to the journey. And it looks like she's just setting out. You're going through and you're going into a new arena here. It says release control. Release control. That was what the gateway day was. Releasing control. Allowing yourself to take this long walk. It's a long journey. And if you can surrender to the divine, the timing, stay in the positive thought process about it, believe in the flow of abundance coming to you, and put in the consistent day-to-day work to manifest your dreams into reality, then you have had a very successful 2020, even though you may not think so right now. Okay. All right. So I will see you guys back here next week. You guys take really good care. I really would appreciate it. Oh, if you hit the thumbs up, I forgot to ask. If you hit the thumbs up, if you're not a subscriber and you'd like to be a subscriber, yay, do that and hit the notification bell and you will know when I upload videos, which even if you don't remember, they're generally on Mondays. All right. You guys take care and we'll talk soon.